man. This country, you guys, I love living here in the United States. I can't think of anywhere else I'd want to live. Some people say, well, you're Mexican. Wouldn't you rather live in Mexico? I love Mexico. Just visiting. Oh, I like it right here. That's why it kind of bothers me whenever people go, what is it like being a Latino comedian? I go, I don't know. I'm a comedian who happens to be Latino. What's the difference? The difference is my special will air on Comedy Central, not Telemundo. It's hard, you guys, A little Espanol. If you speak a little Spanish, it freaks people out. Oh my God, he's speaking Spanish. Don't get me wrong, I like watching Spanish programming myself. Some of the stuff is really cool. My favorite thing are the commercials. Because they're always about sex. You don't even know what the product is until like the last 2 seconds. It's always some model walking out all sexy, right? Hola. Ay, qué rico. And on the 28th second, right? Ah! Pepsi. And you're sitting there going, I gotta go get a Pepsi. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I have a thing for soda. I love it, man. I know they gave me water, but, a soda. I didn't even see that right there. Right? Excuse me un momento. Pepsi. No, that's actually diet, which is cool. I'm not on a diet, and it's funny because people go, well, then why do you drink diet soda? So I can eat regular cake. I love cake, man. Are you kidding? By the way, I want to thank the 3 people who brought me a cake personally. I have them in the bag. I really appreciate that. It was very nice of you. The management and the promoters are freaking out. They're like, Gabriel, why do they all bring you cake? I go, because on TV, I talked about one time how much I love cake, and so people bring it. My friend Mando got mad. He's like, why don't you talk about hookers? But yeah, somebody asked me earlier too. They said, Gabriel, when you get to do your special, are you going to do anything about the country? Are you going to talk about politics? Well, I'm going to talk about, first of all, how I love this country and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I know that half the world right now thinks that our leader is the devil, and most of us would agree. He's not, I don't have to make fun of the president. He does it by himself. Okay? He does it by himself. Every time he comes on TV, I can't wait to hear what he has to say, especially during press conferences, right?
Mr. President, question. It's been over a year. What is your plan for Katrina?
We're going to find her. That's right. And we're going to bring Katrina to justice. We have every reason to believe Katrina's connected to Al-Qaeda. K to Katrina. They both start with a K. Our president got elected. I didn't vote for him, but then again, I didn't vote for the other guy either. I was just like, How Bush won is beyond me. Americans, we love to vote, but we don't vote for presidents. We vote for things like American Idol. Because that's fun. Voting for presidents is not fun. Voting for American hit, she-bang, she-bang. That's what they should do for presidents, just put both guys on TV for 1 hour. Call it something catchy like, who's gonna run this bitch? You put them on TV for an hour, let them argue. 30 minutes into the special, you put an 800 number on the screen and say, cast your vote, right? You've reached the presidential hotline. For George Bush, press 3. John Kerry, press 4. Other options, press 5. You don't like either one? Press 5. Please hold. I knew you'd be back. I have a bus driver named Dave who has never received any credit, and he's been working for me for almost 10 years now. This man This man has successfully gotten me to every single comedy show on time without fail. If I had to describe him to you, okay? Dave looks like the word America. Not America, America. He's about 6 feet tall, he's white, he has a gray beard, and he wears a trucker hat. And he's gotta be one of the most hardworking people I have ever met. Now, when I say hardworking, hey, I'm on the road 46 weeks out of the year, so I know. Difference is, I fly home every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Dave stays on that bus and he gets it to the next city where we meet him. He works anniversaries, holidays, special moments. Christmas time, I was with my family. Dave was driving that bus on the East Coast. New Year's, I was with my family. Dave was on the East Coast driving that bus. One of the hardest working people I've ever met. I just want to give him a shout out. In addition to being hardworking, he's very honest. Now, when I say honest, I don't mean, oh, he does his taxes right. I mean painfully honest, no filter honest. He talks the way people used to. He does not have time to mince words. He just calls it like he sees it. Before me, he used to work with a man by the name of Kenny G. Grammy Award winner, amazing, amazing music. One day, Kenny G was on his tour bus that Dave was driving, and I guess the two of them had a little discussion, and Kenny G used some words that Dave would have rather him not have used, and instead of getting into it with him, this is what Dave does. Kicked Kenny G off of his own bus. Because he would rather lose his job than lose his self-respect. And that's the man I work with. He's a bad dude. You guys are clapping, but you should have seen the interview. Oh man, it was a good one. He looks at me and he says, hey, let's get one thing straight. I don't give a shit who you are. You treat me right, I'll treat you right. You pay me on time, you'll live. Not to mention the fact that he keeps that tour bus squeaky clean. And he takes a lot of pride in that as well. One night, I was drinking on the bus, and I go to put my cup down, and I missed the table, and the cup hit the floor. I didn't get up right away to get the cup, because I figured I'm gonna get up in a couple minutes and make myself another drink. I'll pick up the cup then. Dave sees the cup on the floor, and then he looks at me and says, hey, I ain't your mama, pick that shit up. I get to the back of the bus and I'm like, wait a minute, I pay him. Hey, Dave, shut up. Yeah, I'll be in the back in my room. Thank you. Drive safe. And people tell me, you work with a man who talks that way to you? Why? Let me tell you why. Because he's honest. With Dave, you know exactly what you get. Nowadays, it is so hard for me to tell who's being genuine and who has an agenda. And with him, you know exactly where you stand. If he likes you, he loves you. And if not, you're on the curb with Kenny G. That being said, I have a story to share. About 1.5 years ago, maybe longer, we're on the bus and we're heading down the highway. Just so you have kind of an understanding of the bus layout, let's say this is the front. Here's Dave, the driver, empty seat, and then a sliding door that goes in between him and the rest of the tour bus. My buddy Alfred and I are in the living room portion and we're watching TV. We're watching the news. And on the news, there's this person who is running for some type of office. No particular office. And I guess their big plan is to erect
a structure between two bodies of land. Somewhere. And I guess they want one side of the structure to finance the entire project. Well, my buddy Alfred and I, we have a lot of family that works in construction, and we know a bad job when we see one. So we started to voice our opinion out loud about how we felt about this person and what they wanted to do. We're being very loud. So loud, Dave can hear us. And then we hear Dave. America. I yell out to Dave. I said, "Be quiet, Dave. This isn't about you." He taps a button on the dashboard that activates the sliding door. And when the door's about that far from closing, he yells out, "I'm building a wall." I couldn't even get upset because I was too much in shock over the fact that that came out of someone 4 feet away from me. My buddy Alfred and I, we look like chickens. We're like, my cell phone goes off. I take out my phone, and there's a text message from Dave. And I said, "That's right, he better say I'm sorry. He better say just kidding." I open up the text message, and it says, "And you're paying for it." And people tell me, "You still work with him after that?" Yes, I do. I trust that man with my life every single night. I know where his heart's at. He can say whatever he wants. At the end of the day, he still has to drive around the king of the Mexicans. I took a road trip about a year ago after I got rid of the Beetle in the SUV. Took a road trip from LA to Phoenix to go perform at this club. Let me tell you who's in the car. I'm driving. I got my buddy Armando riding shotgun. He's another fluffy guy. We call him Sexy Bitch. Well, I don't call him that. His wife calls him that. He's a sexy bitch. Anyway, in the back seat, I got my friend Martin. Next to him is my friend Felipe. So we take off. We're on the 10 freeway. We're passing all these Indian casinos. Sorry, we're stupid like that. Anyway, all of a sudden, all these cars start passing me, right? I'm getting annoyed because I'm driving a... I said, next car that tries to pass me, I'm not going to let him. So I'm looking in the rearview mirror, waiting, and I see a silver dot. The silver dot turned out to be a little car with 2 hoochies in it, right? So some of you guys are going, how do you know they're hoochies? Because my friend Martin was in the back seat going, I feel a disturbance in the force. They tried to go around and I cut them off. I'm having fun. They're back there, whatever. My friend Felipe is in the back seat yelling at me, "Fool, what are you doing?" I go, "Dude, don't worry, I'm having fun." "Gabriel, you're gonna get pulled over." "Dude, I'm okay, it's cool." We're arguing, going back and forth. I'm not paying attention. I don't see a California highway patrol officer creeping up on us. All of a sudden I hear, whoo! I look at the speedometer, 102. Oh, I freaked out. I pulled it. The little car that was behind me with the 2 hoochies, they got pulled over because they were going just as fast, you know. I'm in the front seat of my car freaking out. Oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail. I can't believe this happened. I'm on the verge of tears. From the back seat, I hear my friend Felipe, "Fool, what are you crying for? What are you crying for, fool? You're not the one with weed in his pocket, are you?" "You have drugs in the car?" "I told you to slow down, didn't I?" "But no, Pikachu knows everything." Shoot, everybody roll down your window. I heard the car. Mondo, fart. Do something, man. The cop walks over to the window, looks in, sees my face, recognizes me from TV, right? He's like, "Hey, I know you. You're a comedian." yeah, you're that guy from Comedy Central. You're the guy that does that joke about his friend at a hotel and you crank call him and you call him a dirty Mexican and then you go, but it was funny, huh? Oh, I love that joke. That one, and when you go, chocolate cake. Oh, I love that joke. I hate to do this to you, but we got 2 cars involved. I need your license and registration. Okay, here you go, here you go. So he takes my info, goes back to the car with the 2 girls in it, right? The whole time he's back there, I tell everybody in the car, check it out. He just recognized me from TV. Maybe if we have some fun with him, crack some jokes, maybe he won't take the car. I don't care if I get a ticket, but as long as he doesn't take the car. Mando, be silly, crack a joke. Martin, be funny. Felipe, what, fool? Shut the hell up. So the cop comes back to the car. What the hell were you doing out there? Before I could think of something funny to say, from the back seat I hear, fool, he was testing the suspension. Oh my God, this pothead's gonna get me arrested. Officer, I'm sorry, that's my friend Felipe. That's the guy from the special. That's the guy who says, but it was funny, huh? He's just trying to get me in trouble. I'm really sorry. Whatever. So he goes back to his squad car with my driver's license and he's swiping it in a computer. The whole time he's doing that, he's being yelled at from the back seat of my car. Hey, officer, thank God you have a computer. Last week we got stopped in Mexico. That fool had a Rolodex. The cop starts dying. I go, oh, we got him going, we got him going. I tell my buddy Mondo, give me my CDs. I take out my Bad Boys 2 soundtrack and I pop it in. Track 3 is the theme song to Cops. I tell my friend Felipe, tell me when the cop starts walking. Okay, fool, here he comes. I cranked that song as loud as I could. Bad boys, what you going, what you going, what you gonna do? Best part, now the cop is walking to the beat. Even better than that, the 2 hoochies in the car can hear the music and they're freaking out. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna be on TV. The cop goes to the girls, gives them a ticket, lets them go. Looks at our car, and at this point, we're like halfway through the song, right? We're like, hey, police not give it no break. I down soldier, hey, bad boys, man. Got our arms out the window like a bunch of idiots. The cop is in the middle of the freeway dying. He walks over to the window and he's like, shut it off! Yes, sir. Hands me my license and the registration, and he tells me, Gabriel, I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to keep this tank under 100. You think you can do that? Do that for me. Keep on doing what you do, and you have yourself a nice day. That's it? No ticket? No ticket. I don't know what possessed me to look at this man and go, why? How come the girls got a ticket? And he tells me the coolest thing. He says, because they couldn't make me laugh. You don't understand, Gabriel. I've been on the force now for 26 years. This is hands down the funniest damn traffic stop I've ever been a part of. Do you have any idea how hard it is to give 2 sluts a ticket while listening to Cops? I damn near pissed myself. I was laughing so hard. This is going in the books as one of the funniest things that ever happened to a police officer. I swear to God. The only story better than this one is a buddy of mine pulled over some fat guy that gave him donuts. So he starts walking away, right? And just as I'm about to start the car. So does that mean I can keep my weed? I turn around to yell at my friend. Too late, the cop is at the window. You want to run that by me again, son? You heard what I said, fool. Oh, you think this is a big joke, don't you? You think that just because I gave your buddy here a break, I know who he is, I like what he does. I don't know you, I don't like you.
Step out of the car. I turn around and my friend Felipe is like, "Whoa, I'm so scared." And the cop pulls out his gun. I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my God." Back seat, my friend Felipe. Ooh, I am so scared. Fool, he's good. He is good. Then he points it at him. The look on my friend Felipe's face. Priceless. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm gonna go to jail? I'm gonna go to jail? The cop was like, shh, nah. But that was funny, huh?